Hi.
Hi.
Your name is?
I'm Kirsten Stahl, and I'm a senior transportation engineer in the Office of Engineering Services, Materials Investigations. And I've been doing this kind of materials work since the late 80s. One of the things that I think is important to remember is that engineering can overcome a lot of issues. But it's really important that we all work together to achieve the goals that we want.
A new method of paving freeways that could significantly reduce construction delays for motorists is being tested right here in the Southland. A half-mile test section of the new fast-drying concrete was rolled out today as part of a Caltrans interchange project.
It's hot, messy work. Fixing a freeway takes days or even weeks, messing up traffic in the process. Now it can be done in just a few hours. What's amazing is how quickly this dries and how quickly these workers have to do their jobs. There's no room for errors. Caltrans is testing this product on the new interchange from Route 60 to Route 71 in Pomona. In addition to this area, Caltrans figures they have to replace 1,800 miles of freeways over the next 10 years. That's the distance from here to Mississippi. This could make the work a lot easier for everyone.
We'll be able to get the construction done in 8 hours, so from, say, 10 at night to 6 in the morning, when most people aren't on the freeway. We'll be able to have the strength in this pavement so that when we open it at 6 a.m., they'll be able to drive on brand new pavement that'll last 40 years.
Well, one of my jobs in materials investigations is to go out and see why pavement failed. And what I was seeing is these slabs back in the 1980s and 1990s were not surviving more than 1 or 2 years. Is why aren't they surviving long? And one of the things I found out is they don't have very high strength. So then I started looking into ways to increase the strength in these concrete slabs that we were replacing. And that really came to bear fruit in 1994 when I found out that there were some proprietary materials, and now there's other admixtures that can be used. But we're getting 4 hours of strength gain. Normally it would be 28-day strength gain, but we're getting it in 4 hours. And there's even a job that's out on Route 91 now. They're getting it in 90 minutes. Los Angeles, the District 7 people are really on the cutting edge of using these fast-setting materials to reopen lanes to traffic within a very short amount of time. Over the years, Caltrans has found that certain base types work better than other base types. For example, in Los Angeles, we like to use a lean concrete base under our PCC and under our AC or HMA pavements. It makes the pavements last longer and perform better. Caltrans was very interested in seeing how much could be constructed in a 55-hour window, say 10 at night on Friday night, and then open again at 6 a.m. on Monday morning. So the whole idea was really exciting to see how much production the contractor could do with these fast-setting materials, when only a year ago people were saying that it was impossible because you couldn't batch it at a plant and because you couldn't pave it with a slip-form paver, and some of the other obstacles that the committee overcame by working very closely with industry and with Caltrans Construction, and ultimately with the traffic department, because they were the ones that were going to have to manage the traffic flow through this closure. There were some other innovative features on this project. One of those was a quick change barrier, which allowed the traffic control to be placed in a very short period of time by using some innovative barrier and a transport machine that was designed to move that barrier very quickly. So a closure that would normally take an hour could take 15 minutes, thus giving more time for the contractor to do construction and more time for all the work to be done. We gain more experience and the contractor becomes more confident, then we would actually be able to replace 2 lanes at the same time and use a slip-form paver and be able to deliver the quantities of concrete that we need and finish it. And in one weekend, we will have been able to replace several lanes, at least 2 lanes of traffic for several miles, replacing really damaged truck lanes. And so that's really the ultimate goal of the long life pavement, is to be able to deliver a concrete that's going to get hard fast so we can reopen it to traffic early, and that it's going to last a long time, so that within the career of the people that are driving on these new truck lanes, they probably won't see us replacing those lanes, and we believe for at least 40 years.
Philip, let's be honest, highway construction isn't always the most exciting topic, but give us a minute here and I think we'll be able to explain to you why what Caltrans is doing here on the 10 freeway in El Monte is not only interesting, but why it should matter to you as well. What we're talking about is this: they're building a new roadway here using these prefabricated strips of concrete. It's about a foot thick, 8 feet long, 37 feet wide. Now the ones you're looking at here were just installed last night. And as we show you that process from last night, let me explain why Caltrans is so excited about this technique. First, they say it is faster, about 2 times as fast as laying down roadway the old way. The old way, when they had to pour the concrete right on the roadway, you had to wait a month before you could even drive on it. These new strips, as they go down, they are ready to go the next day. You could actually drive on it the very next day. They say that faster construction time means obviously less delays and less traffic for everybody. I thought you might like that. Not only that, they say this new way uses less materials, which makes it cheaper. And finally, those new materials should last about twice as long as the old stuff.
When we do this kind of construction, they probably won't see this being repaired or done anything to during the rest of their lifetime.
This stretch here on the 10 freeway, they only laid about 250 feet. It is the first time they've tried this in California, and that's all they're going to do on this stretch of roadway. The rest of it is going to be done the old-fashioned way. Once this construction is done in the fall 2004, later this year, they'll test this new material, see how it wears and tears, but Caltrans is very optimistic about it. They are already in the design phase on other projects where they think they might use this for miles of roadway. They say it's faster, cheaper, lasts longer, and everybody's got to be happy about that. Reporting live from El Monte, Garvin Thomas, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Leslie and Philip, back to you.
She was probably one of the most fearless people that I think I ever met. There was a comment earlier about how, I believe from Tad, how she would let him know when he needed to make an improvement. Well, that was my mother. And Ann and I never got away with hardly anything, did we? I want to thank you so much for your love and support, and I wish that more interchanges could be named after the person that actually designed them. Thank you again on behalf of the Reese family.